How do you view, or in your view, are we becoming increasingly integrated with the American Armed Forces? And do you see this as being a step toward an actual security North American Union?
I think the Americans wanted to go wider than just obviously a pact with Canada, having us absorbed into their forces. They love our guys because they're well trained. We all speak the same language. We share the same culture, basically. Everything from The Simpsons to Family Guy to guys can interact. And it's great because we're operating on the same shared intelligence, same shared military mandate in Afghanistan. So we become essentially a mercenary adjunct to their forces.
In 2005, when General Rick Hillier became the Chief of the Defence Staff, or the head of all of Canada's armed forces, he was the most outspoken head of the military in Canada in 30 years, and he changed the way that the military does business both with government and with the Canadian public. General Rick Hillier has a very specific resume. He was a graduate of the U.S. Army's War College, and he then went on to be the first Canadian to be Deputy Commander of the 3rd Corps of the U.S. Army based in Fort Hood, Texas. In 2008, General Rick Hillier replaced himself with General Walter Natinchuk, a man with the exact same resume, a U.S. Army War College graduate and a Deputy Commander in the U.S. Army's 3rd Corps. He was with the U.S. Army 3rd Corps during the brutal invasion and occupation of Iraq. He was then Deputy Commander of the Iraqi Multinational Corps, a primarily U.S. formation. Peter Devlin, a man with the exact same resume as Natinchuk and Hillier. He was second in command of the U.S. Army 3rd Corps and then went on to become commander of the Multinational Corps in Iraq during the brutal occupation. General Devlin is also a U.S. Army War College graduate. This institution is used by the United States to indoctrinate foreign officers in their way of looking at the world and to form deep relationships between senior U.S. commanders and foreign soldiers. All three of these men's major combat experience as soldiers has been with United States forces during their invasions and occupations of both Iraq and Afghanistan. Given the Harper government's close relationship with the American right wing, it should come as no surprise that we here in Canada are experiencing an unprecedented period of integration with both the U.S. military policy and their foreign policy all over the world. We have also signed many binding agreements with the United States. In some cases, like the Civil Assistance Plan, these agreements allow U.S. forces to cross our borders and to enforce the law on Canadian citizens. Our new counterinsurgency or COIN manual is also an exact copy of the U.S. document. This is vitally important as it is this document that tells our soldiers overseas how to treat both enemy combatants and civilians in areas of conflict.
Are the Canadian forces being assimilated by the Americans, right? So are we plagiarizing their their philosophy of war, which is called Switzerland? Are we plagiarizing their philosophy of leadership in regards to the use of force? Or are we simply plagiarizing their doctrines in order to simply ensure that we're adaptable to them? And I would contend that we're in a rather fluxed period because we've entered a whole new era. When the Cold War ended, classic warfare ended, but classic peacekeeping ended. And so what we've got is everything from Haiti down here to Afghanistan and maybe Iran up there. And so we've got a full spectrum of use of force.
If we do not reverse these trends, Canada will be involved in an increasing number of conflicts around the world that may not necessarily be in our national interest. This is William Ray for CUTV News.